Hi guys, and welcome to week 11 or class 11. Hope you're all keeping well. Let's get straight to it. Today's a really nice class that's just kind of generally aimed at warming up and some nice stretch today. So not so much emphasis on, say, like legs or glute, kind of abs or anything like that, but just to kind of loosen us off, get the backs nice and mobile. If we've been out doing lots of kind of walking and lots of gardening, we can kind of stiffen up. So I just wanted to focus on some stretch and some nice posture today. So we're just going to start in standing with those legs hip distance apart and lengthening up through the spine. We're going to do our top to toe check. So we're just gently going to bring chin to chest, looking up towards the sky, feeling the stretch either side. Nice, easy range of motion, not pushing into anything that's uncomfortable. And then just coming to rest head and neck in what deems to be that nice midpoint where we're looking forward, we're not too tucked in or too arched back. And with shoulders now, we're just going to take them up to the ears and roll them back. And I want you to feel these shoulders working together. So quite often than not, we'll hold tension in one more than the other, or we'll connect more one with the other. So just gently going to kind of roll back on the exhale, breathing out. Nice exhale as we roll those shoulders back. Getting them moved up, warming up together, nice space across the front of the chest. So feeling like a gentle stretch here as they kind of open up, rolling them back. And a couple more before we leave them down there. Lovely. Okay. Coming to pelvis as always. Emptying that bucket of water forward, tucking that tailbone in between legs, taking it backwards. So we've got a nice gentle extension of the back and a little softening coming back into that kind of flex position. We're going to exhale as we tuck the tailbone in between the legs and tighten through the tummy. So we're going to activate through that pelvic floor now and then relax off. So as we breathe out, we're activating through pelvic floor. And we're going to inhale to relax off. Exhale, so we get everything working together. We're starting to fire up those abs. We're firing up the pelvic floor. And we are working that spine and mobilising throughout that pelvis. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Couple more. Hopefully just starting to feel it just relax off a little bit if it's feeling a bit stiff. And then coming to rest in between the two so we're nice and balanced, engaging throughout that pelvic floor. Gentle tightness throughout the tummy. Softness and bounciness in the knees and feet. Toes are facing forwards, legs hip distance. We're going to transfer the weight now to the front of the toes and then rock back to the heels. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhaling back. Can you use that core and engage as we come forward to stabilise ourselves? Come back, relax it off. Softness in them shoulders. Popping hands either down by your side, or if you like to keep kind of a check on your abdominal region and your neutral position, I kind of like to hover my hands here just to kind of see what's going on. I can feel that core engaging, I can feel it relaxing off. Couple more before we come to centre ourselves. Lovely, so coming back to centre now, head and neck loop. So we're just going to dip down through the chest and look over one side. Keep the rest of the body facing forwards as we do this. Nice breath in here. Breathe out, gently dipping down. This is a nice, slow, controlled movement, working within your range that's comfortable for you. It's not causing any pain, should just be aware of a nice stretch, breathing out. Nice breath in here, exhaling over. Changing sides. Couple more to each side. And the last one to each side for me. Lovely, before gently bringing head and neck back to neutral. I apologise whilst I just open my book a second. Just just flipped off the page. There we go. Okay, so we introduced our kind of half moon stretches not so long back. We widened the stance a little bit here. Still toes facing forward, still in neutral. We imagine we've got a piece of chalk in our hands. And again, just taking care with your ranges. Some of you aren't able to or aren't recommended to go into, obviously, too far side bend, too far flexion. So just taking the advice that you've been given before and shorten these ranges according with your spine. So we're going to take a nice breath in here. We're going to breathe out. So we lengthen the arm and start to draw an imaginary half moon. Okay. Now, as we do this, I want you to draw the foot down into the mat, so you're really pulling out a stretch here. We're going to continue to reach and stretch and draw as far as is comfortable for you. And then we're coming down into a flex position in the centre here. We're going to take a breath in and then we're going to breathe out as we restack back up through that spine. And again, everyone's might just look a little bit different with this exercise. Then the chalk comes into the opposite side. So you're going to get that length, really stretch out through the lats, pin those feet down into your mat. Exhaling, you can feel that stretch, that's tight on that side. Slowly, slowly into that stretch. Breathing out until we come into the centre. Nice breath in here. Then exhale, roll back up as if we're coming back up from a roll down. Tightening through the tummy. Unshrugging the shoulders, untucking the chest and changing sides. Nice big stretch again, really focus, so don't rush these, pin the feet down. Enjoy that stretch and that length throughout the side. Gently coming round. Nice breath in here, breathe out, restack slowly, slowly, slowly. Nice control. Please do not rush these, we're warming up throughout the spine. I want you to get the stretches in the right manners. Gently coming round. Feel that lovely stretch. Breath in here. Breath out. Gently restack. Lovely. Nice. Feel the tension going now. The tension of the week. Just feeling and rewarding your body with some time and with some stretch is just wonderful. Lovely stretch over. Just taking this time to welcome now all of our new viewers that have only just found the channel. And some of you that hadn't got the email first time round that I was putting these on have just recently kind of joined us and started to do them. So welcome, and I hope you get some benefits from them. It definitely keeps my mind sane, that's for sure. Coming over, nice stretch, lengthen, keep pinning down, remembering those pointers. Soft and bouncy at the knees, coming into the centre, gently restacking back up. I'm going to go for 2 more to each side. And a big thank you to all of you who are still coming on every week, giving me gentle suggestions as to what you kind of need from class, which helps me to construct these sessions for you. So feedback is always welcomed, and I try to utilise as best as I can whilst making the classes suitable for everybody. Last one to each side. Nice big stretch into the centre. And our last one. Whoop. Getting closer and closer to that wall each time. Gently restacking. Lovely. Okay, so nice and tall in the centre. I'm going to bring those feet back into the midpoint. Recentering ourselves. We're going to do some of our standing mermaids. So we're lengthening the hands down, and again take care with your ranges, lengthening fingertips down towards the knee, if not further on one side, whilst we lengthen up the hands through the other. So you've got this nice long line. Again, you drawing your feet down into the mat so we get the benefits of the stretch. Inhaling here, exhale, use your obliques, use your abdominals, control, we're breathing out, we're drawing everything in. You're using your core to bring you back to the centre, and then we're gently toppling down to the other side again, just taking care with the spine, listening to your body. A nice inhale here, exhale, engage, change. Apologise now if we get a little ginger visitor on screen, just because he's wandering around downstairs and there's a possibility that he might just have a little cameo today, but maybe not, we'll see. Gently coming down, lengthening up. Oh, tight breath in, breathe out. Lovely. Nice breath in and breath out. Lengthen, reach the fingertips up to the sky just as much and equally as reaching down into the floor. It just lengthens out throughout the side even more, just gains you that further stretch. Oh, I need this. And we'll go for a couple more to each side, drawing down. Using that out breath. And our last one. Lovely, gently coming back to centre. That feels nice, starting to feel nice and lengthened and stretched out already. So back to standing neutral. Let's just set these shoulders. So again, I mentioned about posture and things we can forget about. Dumb waiter seems like a really easy, simple exercise, but just connecting with the correct shoulder posture can just really help us in our day-to-day life. So we're going to pop those arms out as if we're serving trays of drinks. Okay, we've got a nice peach-sized distance in between the elbows and the waist. We're going to set the shoulders down with the little lead weights down into back pockets. We're going to make sure tailbone is tucked in between the legs with a nice little bit of abdominal activation. Okay, and on the exhale, we're just going to serve out those trays of drinks, trying to equalise throughout the arms. Some of you may be more restricted if you suffer from shoulder injuries, or if we just have just a dominant arm, we can see changes here. And try your best to even them out, looking forward and keeping in neutral. As you do this, I want you to feel kind of a gentle pinch as the shoulder blades come together at the back. So work into that. So if you're not aware of it, what can you do to make your shoulders feel like they're connecting and drawing down and into one another? Pull them further down, squeeze them together a little bit more, but without sticking out through tummy or chest. So keeping in neutral here. Breathing in to come back in, breathing out, send it back out. So I find that my left side just does not want to connect quite the same. I'm very dominant in right side. So I've got to work in trying to keep it drawn down and like squeeze it in towards the other side just to get some good activation throughout that left side. Breathing in. If you've got TheraBands, pop them in now. You can add the resistance. If you've got small weights or tins of beans, pop them in your hands. That can just add to the workout. So we're working into rotator cuff muscles, really good for shoulder rehab. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice breath in and breath out. And go for a couple more. And now we're going to add in our Cleopatra that I like to do. It's a little bit more coordination. The arms come over. We lengthen out through fingertips. We want to stretch and reach through those fingers as much as possible, but without hunching through shoulders. So shoulders are back and down. We're breathing in here. We're going to breathe out as the arms come back in and gently return back. So they're going out exactly the same, but then they turn over, palms down to the floor. Feel that length. Breathe into the fingertips. Keep the shoulders down. Keep that connection in the shoulder blades and the core. Then gently weave back in, turn the hands back over and come back to that nice start. Exhale. Inhaling here. Exhaling back. Something quite graceful about this one. Probably why it's called Cleopatra. I feel a really nice stretch kind of throughout my biceps here, I would say. Get good lengthening out, quite tight. Lots of heavy lifting at the minute, gardening, and much needed. Breathe out, breath in. Couple more on the Cleopatra. Keep that lovely posture, keep that connection with the spine. And our last one. Lovely. Okie dokes. Relaxing arms down by side. Grab a drink if you need one. Get nice and hydrated. Okie dokes. Some lunges. Okay. So starting with right foot first, we're going to do a lunge forward, a lunge to the side, and a lunge backwards. And I think we'll just stay all on this right side first, and we'll do 5 repetitions and then change sides. So make sure you've got that space to the side of you. Stand in neutral, hands on hips or wherever is comfortable for you, shoulders back. Nice breath in, breathe out, foot forward, lunge down. Legs at hip distance, knee never goes over the toe. You still want to be able to see those toes. Lunging down so you feel the connection in the glutes. We're going to inhale to come back. Exhale, we take the leg to the side, the toes are in line with one another. We're going to send the body weight down, bum back. Nice and tucked in through the core. We're going to breathe back into return. And breathe out, take the foot behind us. Again, make sure toes are facing forwards and knees are coming in line. A lot of knees want to go in all sorts of directions. Keep the knee in line, come down, again, front forward, front leg, we want to check we can still see the toes, feel that work, come back, that's one round, and again, exhaling. So, working at your own speed, coming down as low as you can, keeping a nice posture, okay, connecting with the core at all times, nice and slow, don't rush them please, nice and slow with good posture. Good control is going to work those muscles better and get us better benefits. If we rush and we have no coordination, we have no kind of gains from that. Okay? Down. And back. Nice little warm up. And forward. And to the side. We're exhaling as we do this. Inhale back. Exhale back. Good. Last one for me on this side. Lovely. Okay, back to centre. Changing up sides. Give yourself some room if you need it. Breathing out forward. Always struggle with this side more. It's strange. And back. Kind of how to activate the foot. Very weird. Breathing out. Down forward. Toes facing forward. Try and get those knees in control. Two more to each side. Strong through that core. Last one to each side. Lovely. Okie doke. I'm back. Legs hip distance. We're going to squat. We're going to add in some arm circles. We did this a couple of weeks ago. Shoulders back, arms out. As we squat down, we're going to take the arms into a nice circle. We're going to round up, and as we come back to the start, so do they. So exhaling down, send your bottom back, strong through the core, inhale back up. Exhale down. And 4. Make sure knees don't go over toes, hip distance apart. Send those bums back. Upper and body workout, upper and lower together work the cardiovascular system a lot better. and get those movements going, some good coordination. Exhaling, keep shoulders soft. Couple more. Lovely. Okay. Relaxing. We're going to come down to seated now. We're going to spine twist again. Okay. Take care with your ranges, okay? Remember, not too much rotation or overpressure for those of you that are osteoporotic or have got any problems in this area. So pop legs out, wherever's comfortable. I prefer to cross leg. If you've got a towel or a block you want to sit on, that's absolutely fine. Okay, try and open up through these hips. So we're going to start by crossing those arms, I think. Yeah. Cross the arms, keep the shoulders down. Okay, nice breath in here. We're going to breathe out as we rotate. Nice breath in to hold. And breathe out, rotate all the way to the other side. Nice breath in here. Breath out, all the way over to the other side. Now try and keep nice and lifted as if there's a piece of string just drawing you up towards the sky. Keep the chest nice and lifted. Exhale. You can get those spinal segments freed up. Inhale back. Exhaling over. Nice inhale to hold. Exhale back. Inhale. And exhale. Nice breath in. And breath out. A lovely little spider joined me. At least he's going in the opposite direction. I'd rather have him nowhere near me whilst I'm teaching. Nice breath in. And breath out. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to go for one more to each side, then we're going to add in some overpressure if you're ready for it. You don't have to. So on this next one now, as we come over, we're then, remember, going to use one hand to further rotate us, and you can use this hand to just gently push on your thigh. Breathe into that stretch. Then breathe out. Arms come crossed again. Over to the other side. Arm releases. Use the gentle rotation for a bit more. Breath in here. Breath out. Change. Breathe in. Breathe out. So I feel that this just further starts to encourage that stretch when it's coming back my way. No, please don't. It's coming straight for me. That's hilarious. Maybe it's deciding it's not so sure. Please don't join me. It's gone under my notepad. First spider I've seen in ages in the house. See more flies at the minute getting in when the windows are open. Breathing in. Breathing out. I'm going to have to keep an eye on him. Nice inhale. Oh, this is feeling lovely. You see the added range now. I'm sure if I rewind this video, you could see at the start just with the normal kind of rotation, and then how much I've gained by just gently encouraging this stretch now a little bit further. I'll go for the last one to each side. Keep the shoulders down, keep the length in the spine. Lovely, gently coming back to centre, that's nice, okay. We've got some upper body reaches here. Please do adjust these legs if you're not comfortable in this position. If you are, we're just going to lengthen up through that spine, we're going to engage through that core. The arms are out in front of us with the shoulders glued down into back pockets. And exhale, the shoulder will rise out of that position, and then you're going to draw it back in on the inhale, down, exhale up. Inhale down. So shoulder blades leave the position, then draw back. You can feel that connection as they come back down. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. And then as we start to get used to feeling the shoulder blade come out and come back in, we're going to then add some gentle side flexion of the spine. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Keep your bum cheeks nice and drawn down into the floor, nice and even. Keep that length in the spine and keep that core firing. Just like it in my notebook. I wonder if it's lucky. A sign of luck. That would be nice. And now we are going to add in a little bit more relaxation and fluidity to the movement. So as one is coming up, the other one is coming down. We are adding the side bend. We are letting the shoulder blades come out and come back down. You can feel that whole kind of rib cage starting to loosen. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Feel some good abdominal connection. Couple more to each side. And relaxing, lovely. Whilst we're here, let's side mermaid it. Lengthen one arm down, keep the bum cheek down. Other arm's coming over. Lovely stretch through the lats again, just to further enhance what we were working on before. Inhale here. Exhale, change side. Nice breath in here. Breath out, change sides. We're lengthening up towards the sky. We're keeping the arm in line with the ear. We're coming over in that nice C curve. Not letting the bum cheek leave. Nice inhale here. Exhale over. Nice stretch over. Breathing out. Oh, these are lovely. I never get tired of these ones. Create so much kind of mobility around the spine. Oh, lovely. Couple more to each side. Last one to each side. Lovely. Okay. Taking a nice little drink in. Okay, so we're going to come into Cobra. Cobra obviously needs you to be lying up flat on tummy, so for those of you that are antenatal, if you come into 4-point kneeling position, I'm just going to demo yours first. I want you to kind of think about cat, but just that nice extension here. Keeping bump nice and drawn into you, coming back to neutral. And then extending here. For those of you that have got kind of abdominal separation, we don't want to be doing this at all. So you don't want to be doing any kind of cobra. I prefer you to do the round back position of this, if you can. Coming back to neutral, rounding that back. Coming back to neutral, okay? So not forcing your abdominals into an over-pressured kind of position. But for those of you that are quite happy with Cobra, we don't do enough of it, I don't think. Coming down. Forehead on your mat. Shoulders into back pockets. Nice neutralness at your spine. You will change your arms as you kind of go. We're going to take a nice breath in here. And we're going to breathe out as the nose leaves. Followed gently by the chest. And we're going to keep pushing up. Possibly followed by belly button. But what I want you to do is keep the front part of your pelvis pinned down, okay? So I'm quite restricted in this. That's enough for me. Nice breath in here. Breathe out gently down. We're just thinking about a gentle flow of the spine. Nice and slowly, okay? It's not forceful up. It's a gentle leave. Chest lifts. Engage the core, engage the glutes as far as you're comfortable. Nice breath in here. Breathe out gently down. breath in. Breathe out. Nice breath in. Breathe out. Again, I can feel the mobility increase as I do this, although this is not my best movement of my spine. I'm better into flexion. Nice breath in, breath out. Gently lifting, articulating the spine. Take that breath in. We continue to look down into our mat in Pilates. In yoga, I know that we look forward. In this form of Pilates, we're going to continue to look down. Nice breath in here. Breathe out, gently come down. Look at our last one. Nice breath in. Breathe out, articulate that spine nice and gentle. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out, gently back down. Lovely. Whilst we're here, I thought it'd be quite nice for us to do swimming either level 1, 2 or 3. We've got head and neck nice and balanced and neutral. The arms are out to the side in a nice 90-degree angle. Okay. We're going to tuck the tailbone in between the legs, nice and tight in the core. So we've either got just the hands, we're exhaling and we're inhaling, okay? Lifting the hand just a touch and then bringing it down without hunching through the shoulders, so you're going to keep that connection of shoulders down. Or we've just got legs by themselves, squeeze the glute and lift, and lower back down, squeeze the glute and lift, and lower back down. Or we've got them together, opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, as if you're pulling the leg out of its capsule towards the wall behind you. Squeeze and lift. Okay, again, for those of you that are not okay on tummy, we can come up into level 4 position. And we can just do the arms here, exhaling, just do the legs here. Or we can do the opposite leg and the opposite arm, okay? So we can work into it from 4-point kneeling. I just wanted to vary it up a little bit. Bring us down onto tummies. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. A really good one for just getting back to the basic connection of firing those glutes if you're doing legs, okay? You put the squeeze on before you lift, really helps. Activate it, ignite it, lift it. Squeeze and lift. Tailbone in between legs. Squeeze and lift, shoulders down. We roughly want to be going to about 8 to 10 of each side. So I'm going to go for last couple to each side. Lovely, okay. So whilst we're here, we're going to do a little bit of one leg kick, okay. With our one leg kick, I'm going to just work up through the levels because everybody's working at a bit of a different level in class at the minute. So we've got our first level, arms relaxed down by your side. Toe to the sky, heel to the bum, toe to the sky and down. It's all done on the out breath and down. So it's working coordination of the leg whilst maintaining a nice, steady, still, even pelvis. Okay, so no rocking. The second level, we're going to do our toe, heel, toe. But as we come down, we're going to squeeze the glute, lift the leg. Make sure the back doesn't dip. We're nice and strong in the glutes. Put the leg down. So we're just adding in the hip extension. We come down. We squeeze and lift. This is our level 2. Come down. Squeeze and lift. Okay. Level 3. We pop up here. Triangular shape with the arms. Try not to sink down through the chest. Lift up. Shoulders, back pockets. Okay. We want to make sure that we're not collapsing the tummy down into the mat. We still want to feel the bony bits of the pelvis, but we don't want to be kind of sinking down to keep that lift. And then we work here, our toe, heel, toe, and down. So this is our level 3. And you'll find with this one you start to feel hunching through the shoulders, lowering down through the chest. You'll start to feel more contact of your tummy, and that's the hardest bit. Keeping this lift all the way through the movement is quite tough, okay? And then finally we would add our level 4, would add on that kick and extension without dipping through the back, without kind of changing any of your body position, okay? So pick a level that you're happy with. I'm going to go for our level 2 today. So I'm relaxed in the upper body and I'm working. Exhale, lift and relax. Okay. Breathing out. Breathing out all the way through. Relax. Breathing out. Steady the pelvis in all positions. Okay, don't rush the movement. Make sure you've got a good toe, heel, toe. Breathing out. Nice one. And again, about 8 to 10 of each side. Keep that pelvis in neutral. Keep your movement as good at the end as it was when you started. Nice and steady. 2 more to each side. Last one to each side for me. Making sure that spider's not escaped. Lovely. Oh, really nice. Okay. Hope you got some good benefits of that one and some good connection with those glutes. We're now going to go for a little bit of breaststroke prep. So that starts to work into the upper body, and again, some nice stabilising throughout the shoulder. So, same starting position where head and neck is nice and relaxed, arms down by your side. Okay. We're going to glide the fingertips down the outside of the leg so you can feel the shoulder blades squeeze down on the exhale, and then inhale to relax. And then again, exhale, fingertips down towards the toes. You feel the shoulders work. Inhale, relax off. So it's this nice connection, okay? That's our first level. If you want to up it a little bit, make sure you're in neutral. Lift the chest at the same time. Engage those glutes, look down into the mat, and relax off. Exhale, lift. Nice strong core. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale back, okay? So pick a level that you're happy with. We'll go for 8 of these. Breathing out. Breath in. Breathing out. Breath in. And 3. And 4. Tailbone tucked under. 5. And 6. And 7. And last one, 8. Lovely. Okay. Bring it in now. Oh, just as for that particular exercise, we can do those if we're antenatal and we can't lie on our bellies. We can do the shoulders gliding down like so from a standing point of view or a seated point of view. And as for one leg kick, we can come up into standing and we can go toe, heel, toe, and we can do our hip extensions from here, okay? So you can work in different versions for those exercises. Now into side lying, we're going to do a little bit of our arm openings. Nice opening up through the upper body. Some nice thoracic work. Going to use your cushions, head supported, get nice and relaxed. If you've got bumps here, do support with cushions. Okay, everybody's going to make sure that we're not dropping that waist down into the mat. We do want to keep nice and pulled away. It's going to use the core, it's going to set that spine and pelvis in a better position so we're not kind of over slumping down into one side. Keep the lift. Nice long arm, nice and stacked. we're going to breathe out. Sorry, we're going to breathe into 12 o'clock. And you can either keep it here or continue, keeping your hips nice and forward facing as you rotate further. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out all the way over. So that's an into 12. Exhale as we continue the motion. Keeping your hips pinned forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. And again. In your own time. Following the fingertips with head and neck or leaving head and neck where it is. Lovely for opening up throughout the front of the chest. You get a nice pec stretch. But then also good mid-back rotation and stretch as well. Two more. And last one. Lovely. Okay, coming back palm to palm and relaxing off. We're going to come into some side lying arm circles now. So, in the same starting position, we're going to float one arm up. We're going to make sure that wrist is in line with shoulder. We're going to send that shoulder down into your back pocket. Make sure we're nice and open through the chest. And we're just going to circle. So it's quite hard when you're not looking at your arm to get that nice even circle. We're going to go in a clockwise direction. I want you to feel the draw down into shoulder blades. Draw those circles. Change direction. Ooh, that was hard to change. If you have any weights, you can put them in your hands just to make this exercise a little bit more challenging. Change direction again, but we're working on proprioception here. Of our shoulders. Nice little exhales. Last change for me. Lovely, bring that arm down. Okay, now we're into clamshell. So if you've got the space, we want a nice long outstretched arm. I'm going to pop in our headrest. We're going to check that heels are in line with bottom. We're going to lengthen that waist away from the mat. We're just going to stick with level 1s and level 2s today. If you've got TheraBand, pop it round your thighs. You could just increase the weight load into the glutes. Okay. We're going to exhale. We're going to inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Squeeze that glute, open that leg nice and steady at the pelvis. Try not to roll out with it. You can use your hand as a bit of feedback. Breathing out. So this would be our level 1, feet on the floor and stuck together. Level 2, we can pop a cushion in between the legs whilst we're here. In between the feet rather. Or an over ball if you've got one of those round balls. A little bit more challenge. Working into those glutes. more. Lovely. Okay. Now taking hold of the ankle or foot, however you can, pant leg, wrapping something round to encourage a nice hip flexor or quad stretch whilst we're here. Try and get that knee in line with your hip and push those hips forward for a nice stretch into those quads. Holding it here. Lovely, relaxing off. Okay, so we're going to repeat those exercises on our opposite side now. Starting off with our arm openings. Make sure you get yourself nice and comfortable. Head and neck nice and relaxed, arms out to the side. Nice and stacked, make sure we're not collapsing our waist down into the mat, but you're nice and lifted. So we're inhaling to 12 o'clock and then we are exhaling as we connect with the shoulder and continue to rotate. Breathe in here, breathe out, come over. Inhale. Exhale, connect, rotate. And back over. Lovely, couple more on this side. Lovely, coming back palm to palm. Now float that arm back up. Check that our wrist is deemed to be over shoulder. Shoulder is into back pocket. Nice space at the chest. Exhale, circle. Nice and strong in your core. Don't let your arm rule you. You rule your arm. That's what I find. It just tends to want to do exactly what it wants. Change direction. Changing again. Last change. Lovely, bring the arm down into clamshell now. Lengthen out through that arm. Pop in your headrest or cushion. And nice and stacked through your clamp. Bump supported, lifted. Everybody nice and lifted away from the floor. Engaging through tummy. Level 1, feet stuck together and on the floor. Level 2, feet away, but still stuck together. Okay. Breathing out and squeeze. Breath in, relax. Nice and steady at those hips. Lovely. 8 to 10 of those and relaxing off. Nice, okay. So we're going to come into shoulder bridge now. Shoulder bridge is not recommended for those of you that are pregnant. So instead I want you to do some nice glute squeeges and relax. And do remember that you need to be putting in a wedge and you should not be lying flat on your back from your second trimester onwards. Everybody else, no cushion under head when we're bridging. Okay. Come to lie on those backs. So we've got level 1 where we are rolling pelvis inwards, squeezing the glutes, coming up to a nice position here, taking a breath in there and then breathing out, gently resticking that spine back down or coming down flat back, okay? We've got our second level. We're going to stay up here. We're going to exhale, straighten the leg. That leg wants to be in line with your opposite leg. You're going to inhale, bring it back. We're going to exhale, change sides. Don't let the hip drop, okay? Nice and strong. Okay? You can either stay here, changing legs throughout the whole time, or you can come down in between each one, go back up again, lengthen, okay? And then finally, your third one is to bring the toe up and down and the leg 3 times and pop it down. And then again, the other side. 1, 2, 3, and change. And again, stay up there and do that, or do one on each side, gently come back down and go back up. So I'm just going to stick with simple bridge just to really focus on my stability at the pelvis. Glutes, and breathe out, squeeze, gently peel the spine away, nice breath in at the top, breath out, re-stick. I'm going to really focus on trying to get individual segments back down. It's quite tough for me at the minute. Heel wants to lift on that side, fascia's quite tight, breathing out. Nice breath in, and breath out, re-stick. Oh, tough. Just level 1 is quite challenging for me today, so make sure we're keeping the stability, we're keeping firing throughout pelvic floor, good ab engagement, glutes are working. Good, just a couple more on our bridges. Last one. Okay, so now for a hip twist. For those of you that don't want to recruit those abs too much, or don't want too much excessive rotation, it's fine. I just want you to stay at a level 1 hip twist, taking one knee out, bringing it back, so we're exhaling out, maintaining stability. So this is for those of you second trimester onwards, osteoporotic. Do also want to be careful with facet joint irritations as well. So just nice and gently keeping the stability. For those of you that are quite happy to bring feet together, stick knees together, arms out to the side, nice T-shape. We're going to let those legs go over. We're going to look over the opposite side. Nice breath in here. Breathe out. Use your obliques. Draw those knees back. Pin back down into the mat. Looking over your opposite side. Breath in. Breathe out. We're trying to glue the spine back. So you're drawing in, using and recruiting those abdominals. Bringing those legs back. Other side. We're inhaling into the rotation. We are exhaling all the way over. Nice breath in. Breath out. Breathing in. Breath out. Drawing back. Breathe in. Breath out. Draw back. Good mobility for the spine, good work into obliques and abdominals. Good gentle head and neck movement. Lovely, last one to each side. You'll probably find that you slowly move down the mat with this one. Quite normal. Okay. Lovely. Come to pop head block back in. Just a little bit of crisscross now. Level 1, level 2. Keep it low impact if we're antenatal, or if we're just concentrating on stability without too much excessive abdominal work. We're going to scoop to support head and neck. We've got the opposite elbow coming towards the outside of the opposite knee. Very early range, just contracting a tiny little bit of the abdominals here, okay? Breathing out, little bit of early range, and we want to avoid this completely if we are second trimester onwards, of which I just want you to do some pelvic floor contractions and relax, pelvic floor contractions and relax. Otherwise, keeping it very low impact, nice and controlled at level 1. Level 2, we're going to come into double tabletop, flat back, okay? Make sure we're not doing this if we've got any back pain. We are exhaling. Opposite elbow towards the outside of opposite knee, opposite elbow towards the outside, nice and stable at the pelvis, flat in the back, shoulders down into back pockets, not over tucking throughout the chin, going for, again, kind of 8 to 10 on each side. Yeah. I'm going to just keep it quite low impact today. Breathing in, breathing out. That feels enough on my abdominals today. Some good work there. If you do it nice, good technique, nice and slow and controlled, even on the earlier levels, you can feel everything waking up. To go for the last couple to each side. Last one to each side. Lovely, relax off. Oh, nice little hamstring stretch. Lengthen up, big toe down towards you. Keep your bottom nice and stuck down. Take it into figure 4 position here now, either leaving it there with a bit of over pressure or looping in behind the back of the opposite leg, holding that stretch. Lovely, coming down from that, opposite hamstring, big toe down. And into figure of 4 stretch. Lovely. And gently in your own time now, I just want you to make your way into 4-point kneeling position, where we're just going to finish off with a nice cat stretch. Put those arms shoulder distance, legs hip distance. Make sure we're in a nice neutral setting, looking down into our mat, shoulders into back pockets. Taking a nice breath in here, breathe out, bring chin into chest, and round up through the back. So you're trying to get that mid back up towards the sky as much as you can, scooping in through your tummy. Nice breath in here. Breathe out, we're going to stick out through the bottom. We're going to bring the head and neck back to neutral, looking down into the mat. Take care with this one if we've separated at the abdominals, okay? If we're carrying bump, we don't want to force this movement too much. Nice breath in here. Breathe out. Chin into chest. Rounding up. Nice breath here. Breath out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Nice breath in. Exhaling. Exhaling as we change that position. Nice and soft and bouncy at those elbows. Couple more on the cat for me. And then going back to neutral. And relaxing off. Restacking the spine, lengthening. And we're all done. So I hope you feel a lot more stretched out from that one. As I say, just not too much emphasis on any one body part, but just giving it a really nice kind of stretch and mobility throughout the spine today. So keep looking after yourselves, and I'll be in touch, as I always say every week, another week's gone by. Still no kind of news on our return, but just keep with it, keep going, and keep your spirits up and stay safe. Thanks, guys.